Welcome back to the world of the living, Captain. I hope your death was not too uncomfortable. Your neural data has been transferred to a fresh clone body. But before you stretch your new legs, someone very important would like to meet you.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Vesper Calatrix, Air's Vice President of Operations. Commander Ferris spoke highly of your courage under fire. You went out with quite the bang. Since your ship was destroyed in a blaze of glory, Air would like to provide you with a new one.
I will enable your station services panel so that you may board the ship provided to you by Air. Try not to blow this one up so quickly, but if you do, you can acquire a new Corvette at any station.
Now the Corvette is the starter ship. You can get these at any station, but they are very
Your
weak,
next adventure will hopefully
and
prove less explosive. We have a
most
lead on
people
who
don't
attacked
use
the
them
cloning facility,
unless they
and we want
absolutely
you to
have
follow
to,
up on it.
and mainly just for
Considering your recent
transportation.
experience, you're the perfect pilot for the job. I've sent you a module that will help you on the next leg of your journey.
Captain, you can access objects currently stored at the station at which you are docked from your item hangar.
Okay, so a few things here. This is your inventory.
Now, let's take a look at the module Miss Calatrix has given us. A mining laser upgrade. A curious choice, Miss Calatrix. How will a mining module help our investigation?
One of our agents in the field has intercepted a strange signal at one of our mining sites, but we're having trouble locating its source. We want you to investigate the signal, but if we're being watched, and I suspect we are, we don't want anyone to know we're on.
Duly noted, Miss Calatrix. Captain, you can fit the module to your ship by accessing the fitting window from the Xenokron.
Fitting window is here.
Let's fit your new module in a free slot.
I will go into more detail now. This expands.
Now, bring the module online. It appears you do not currently possess the skill necessary to use this module. Hardly surprising. You still have much to learn. Please direct your attention to the icon on the display that I have. You can add the missing skill to your training queue here. Now, access the skill window. Skills are essential for all capsuleers in New Eden, as they serve as the primary measurement of one's growth.
Oh, I am training this skill here. It will take 1 hour and 7 minutes to use. One of the great things about Eve is that it is a passive skill gain, which means you can take a day off, a week off. Your skills will still gain. But the downside of it is it does take a while. The more advanced the skill, the longer it takes. Usually the smaller skills will take anywhere from 8 minutes to 20 minutes, and then it just kind of expands out from there.
Training a new skill takes time, as the neural pathways of your brain are rewired. The complexity of this rewiring can be measured through skill points. You have enough unallocated skill points to train the required skill. Do so now.
These are unallocated skill points, meaning skill points that you have, but you have not put into any skills. You will earn those from daily logins and other things. I highly recommend saving those. And that way, when you really, really need a skill and you need it right then and there, you'll have the points to do it. But to each their own. Some people like to use them as they get them. Other people like to build them up. So we're going to apply that.
All you have to do is confirm that you wish to use
And they're going to take 977 out of the 3,500 skill points. And it's going to end up training that skill for me. So now I can use that part.
I should point out that you can train skills while doing other things. It's a good strategy to always have something training. I guarantee other capsules. To that end, I've sent the Air skill plan to your AI. Normally, you would have received it as part of your capsular training program starter package, but your training was violently disrupted, to say the least.
Miss Calatrix's advice is sound. You should
So we will
always
go
have a skill
into
in
skill
training.
points a lot
Let's
more
start with this new one,
later on, but
and
this
may
is
it
the
be the first
basics.
of many.
And this will show you there's some pre-done skill plans that you can follow. So it says should always have a skill in training, which is very true. So start training.
The
So
more
right
skills you
now it's
acquire,
going to
the
have me
stronger you will be.
following a
As you
specific
continue to grow
skill
as a
plan that they
capsule,
have set
you
up.
can
We'll
adjust
talk
your
more
skill
about that
and
later
position
though.
to achieve your desired goals. Now, close the windows crowding your screen. Let us online your mining laser upgrade, now that you have the necessary skill to use it. Turn the module online. Well done, Captain. You can now close the fitting window.
So we have a railgun, we have a mining laser. These are civilian, meaning they're very low end. They're for basically training and learning. You never want to use those beyond that.
Looks like you're ready to roll, Captain. Our agent will rendezvous with you at the mining site. Keep your eyes open and watch your six. This is New Eden, after all. You never...
Miss Calatrix is right. Time is of the essence. I suspect something nefarious might be occurring at the air mining site. Undock from the station so we can begin our journey there.
Looks like you're ready to roll, Captain.
I don't
Our
want to do
agent will
that.
rendezvous with...
All right. With your mouse wheel, you can scroll in and out on how you view things. Eventually, I'm going to show you how to scroll out where most people prefer to play Eve. But again, a lot of that is just
I have
personal
run several
preference.
scenarios that could explain the mystery signal Air discovered at the mining site. According to my calculations, the probability that the situation is unrelated to the attack on the cloning facility is exceptionally small. 1 in 37 million to be exact. Let us make haste and walk to the site immediately.
All right, so they want us to warp to the mining site.
Drive active.
These are stations here, and this is a gate to another area. But we'll go more into that. That little blue thing there indicates that that is your home station. If you die, that is where your clone will go. Now, basically, they're teaching you how to mine. We did a little bit of combat training.
The scale of
Mining
Air's
is an easy
operation is
way
rather
to make
impressive for
ISK,
such a young
but it can be very
corporation.
boring.
They must be remarkably well funded. It is little wonder that Miss Calatrix would suspect espionage. Further speculation will have to wait. We're being hailed by that orca.
You must be the fresh meat Vesper told me to expect. Elias Pelton's a name, mining's a game. But you're not just here to mine, are you?
We're here to assist in any way we can with locating the source of the unusual signal you've intercepted.
Unusual's one way of putting it. Pain in my ass is another. The signal's bouncing around these asteroids like a Fetto hopped up on a bad booster. Can't get a lock on its source with all these rocks in the way.
Miss Calatrix has outfitted us with a mining laser upgrade that should clear several of those rocks away.
Good old Vesper, always 10 steps ahead. Now, let's put that bad boy to use.
So we are going to hit the mining
Best
tab,
way to blend in is by getting
and
your
it'll
hands
show
dirty
us
with the crew.
what
Some miners
ores
fly
are there and
solo,
what
but
we
a
can
project
mine.
this big isn't exactly a one-man show. Sometimes the only way to get shit done is with a fleet. I bet this is the first time you mined with a crew. No offense or anything, you've just got that shiny new pod smell on you. Follow my lead and you'll be mining like a pro in no time. Let's start with that asteroid over there.
Alright, so we're going to go with the close one.
If your competence
So click
matches
on
your
that. We're going to
confidence,
move
you're in
towards it. And we are also going to target it because, like anything else in Eve, you have to have it targeted.
Mr. Pelton makes me
So
feel
if you
like an
look
old man.
here,
My old
your
man.
civilian miner, you
Miserable
must
son of a
be
bitch.
within
Just
10
spat in my
kilometers
face when I left his
for
crusty old
optimal
Caldari
range.
to make my own way.
Like right now, we are 24
Sincerest
kilometers out.
apologies.
If I try to use it,
Our
it's
first
going to tell
lasers
us
shall
that
commence
I
immediately.
need to be within
Good.
10.
I like to keep things informal here. Keeps morale up. This crew's full of people like me, following the siren song of sweet, sweet independence. Doesn't hurt that the money's good, too.
So now that we're getting closer, we're going to go ahead and orbit this. But instead of that, I'm going to right-click. Oh, no, it won't let me right-click yet. So, I guess we're going to orbit it at 1,000. And as soon as we get within 10 kilometers...
We should stop here.
Oh, they want us to stop. We'll talk more about that later.
Activate your minor module, Cap.
So, we will stop. You can hit here to stop, or you can hit Control Space.
Play your cards right, and that giant hunk of rock becomes a giant pile of riches.
You can view your very own pile of rocks, as Elias puts it, in...
It might not look like much, but that's not just a pile of ore. It's a pile of possibilities. You can sell it, refine it, trade it. The choice is yours. Now, time to quit ogling your inventory. This asteroid's almost dry.
So it automatically goes into your inventory for you. You do not have to worry about that. Here it tells us how much we're getting. Our laser tells us right here that we are going to get 1 M3 every 10 seconds. M3 is a measurement.
Is one of the best ways to earn money in New Eden. And if you're going to make it as a capsuleer, the one thing you got to know is that money is king. Hell, with enough ISK, you'll be able to buy yourself a sweet ride like that venture over there. That's one down. And now, on to the next.
Alright,
Follow me, Captain, and stick close.
Now this time it's going to let us orbit it. So I think we're too far out to do it. So yep, at 30 kilometers, we'll be able to target it. Every ship has a different targeting range. The bigger the ship, the farther the distance.
You better hustle, or my guys will drain that asteroid dry before you get there.
So they want us to hurry up, so we're going to use our afterburner. It's the quickest way to get through. That does take a capacitor now. We'll talk more about that later on too. So as soon as we get within 10, I'm going to start mining again. This is a passive module, meaning you do not have to turn it on. And we're within 10,
like
so I'm going to start mining again.
Target in your sights. Looks like you're a natural at this. Keep it up, and Vesper will be offering you my job soon.
Elias, are there any words of wisdom you find particularly valuable for new miners?
Oh, man, where to start? First off, you gotta know the difference between raw ore and refined minerals. What we're doing right now is mining ore in its raw state. For someone just learning the ropes, selling that ore is the quickest way to make ISK. But you can also reprocess ore into minerals. Take tritanium, for example. You can't find that stuff in the wild. You've got to get your hands on some raw ore, like feldspar, and then refine it into tritanium. You can sell those minerals or use them to build your own ships or equipment. You can find refineries at most stations. Experienced miners get way more efficient yields from their ore, so that's something you can work towards.
The asteroid is depleted.
Okay, that rock is done. So now we're going to click on that. We're going to go towards that. We are close enough to target it, so we're going to target it. Orbit it. And then as soon as we get within 10, we're going to go ahead and start our mining lasers again.
The signal is exceptionally strong in this location. Let's stop the ship here.
All right, they want us to stop.
Using your civilian miner. Just like that. We can whittle away at this asteroid without damaging whatever's broadcasting that signal.
Basically, once you mine the ore, you get it reprocessed where they turn it into minerals, and those minerals are used to build things. So you can sell the ore, let other people reprocess it. You can get the reprocessing skills and do it
I think we
yourself.
just found what we're looking for.